live. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Howdy. Need to unmute the music. Please don't stop the music. It's got the two things playing again. Aggressive
Same
maneuvers
ones?
and tavern fiddle, yeah. Well, hi, everybody.
Did that fix it?
Yes. Now there's nothing. In the meantime, Tobias, I think you have the...
Sponsors.
Yeah.
All right. First sponsor tonight is Last Bastion Studios. They will be at Designer Con in Las Vegas, November 15th through the 17th. It is an annual art and design convention that smashes together collectible toys, designer goods with urban, underground, and pop art. Be sure to visit Last Bastion Studios booth. Tickets on sale now. And the next sponsor is Monument Studios with their amazing Kickstarter. Remote forests, deserts, oceans, and mountains, wherever you can record sound on planet Earth, they've got it with 250 plus environmental landscapes. Set a cinematic scene and invite your friends. Monument Studios.
Go, note taker recap.
Can I just take a second and say, Frank, did you change your mic settings, or is it just me?
Does it sound different?
The dulcet tones are coming through, not gonna lie.
I haven't changed anything.
Okay. Okay, I'm just paying attention for once. Let's see. I actually had some sleep today, guys. But let's take it back to what happened last session. Let's see. Right. We really fucked ourselves over in that one. It started off with us getting attacked. And somebody, they had like a wizard, they had a couple of beastmasters that were trying to tame the hydra that we accidentally unleashed. Blame Ezekiel. Spells were cast. Tobias went unconscious.
Several times.
Cardinal went unconscious. Tobias went unconscious again. Caligar went unconscious. The brave paladin of the group ran away. Sorry. Strategically retreated.
Initiated a tactical withdrawal.
Yeah, that. Ezekiel also turned tail and ran for his life. But luckily it all worked out, and nobody died because Ezekiel's patron walked in with her branded high heels clacking on the stone, as I recall, showing up, saving the day, really pissed off at Ezekiel once again. Threats were made, including sacrificing of souls. I'm not really sure, I wasn't there. Yeah, and all of us got teleported away to a random place, which was our get out location, somewhere in the forest. I healed everybody. Zeke had some funky little tattoos that he hasn't showed anyone yet, so spoilers. It's the middle of the night. We found shelter. Tobias started openly praying to Cain. A lot of stuff has happened. My God. Okay.
Cardinal got a new flail.
I did. I had a dream, and then I got a flail, which looks sick as fuck. And I think that's where we ended it. Did we do anything else?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
And then we had a
Sounds
long rest.
true.
Busy couple days, huh?
Okay, so yeah, you guys got your full rest in, and I think you all went ahead and processed that. You're waking up. It's bright and early, as far as you know, the next morning, and you're nice and cozy in a house of cards.
Smaller
So,
version of House of Cards.
Yes, small, compact, alarm to the T. So yeah, what are you guys gonna do?
does this smaller house have like a kitchen in it of any kind? Wood burning stove, anything?
No, this one's just smaller, just so it fits in this little nook back here in the valley to protect us.
Okay,
So it's not seen. It's not the standard 40 by 40. I think it's only 20 by 20.
gotcha.
So, I would like to pray to whoever rescued us, and I'm going to do this openly.
Could you give us a little RP hint into how that sounds like? It's like, dear person who rescued us.
Hamana.
You know, I'll just get on my knees, sit back on my butt, put my hands together, and I'll say, whichever God saved us, tell me what I can do to get us more power and more help. And I'll just sit there and wait. And I don't do it quietly or privately.
Just folding up, middle of the floor, and just talking out loud to yourself.
Well, you can tell I'm praying, sitting there praying. I don't know how dark elves are supposed to pray, but
Very angrily.
that's what I'm doing.
Looks like we've got a new paladin.
How long do you sit on the floor waiting for an answer?
Probably a minute.
Okay. A minute goes by. You don't hear anything. You don't even feel like you don't feel a presence either. You're fairly certain you're just talking to yourself.
All right, well then, after that, I'll get up, I'll take out my rapier, and I'll start practicing.
Is everybody awake at this point?
Yeah, I'd say for the most part you all wake up around the same time.
Okay, I will kind of pass out some rations to everybody. Hey, it's a good time. Let's, fuel up for the road and forget about last night, move on, figure out what we need to do.
So what the hell happened last night?
Well, I bet you all have some questions about that, and I might have some answers. I'll try to tell you what I can, but I don't know what all I'm allowed to tell. It's important to me that you all understand that there are some aspects of my life that require secrecy. So I'm trying to work around that. Last night, when everything was kind of hitting the fan, my, employer found us and intervened on our behalf. It was expressed to me in very clear terms that she was frustrated with my recent struggles in the performance of my job duties. And I was cautioned that should I continue to fail in the manner I have been recently, that they would not just hold me accountable, but they were going to hold my friends accountable as well. After that, they saw to our safe extrication, and now I woke up in the forest and woke up Cardinal.
I would like to insight check this man, not to see if he's lying or telling the truth, but like undertones. What? Is he guilty? Is he nerve? What the fuck is going on?
What would I be rolling?
For that, Booty, let's do persuasion or deception privately. Your choice. Everyone's getting in on the inside train.
Oh no. Come on. Can I use my heroic inspiration?
You just finished a long rest. Yes, you can.
Perfect.
Natural 1.
No, it was pretty close though.
What's that under utility? Where is it? Just attributes.
Just go to your character sheet and click it.
Come on, man.
I mean, that's better. Okay, so you're wondering about like undertones and like what exactly is it you're trying to find out?
If he's full of shit,
No, I'm trying to sense his emotional state right now. For me, at least.
Okay.
Is he
I'll
having a
leave this
breakdown?
up to Ezekiel. How would you describe what you're feeling right now?
Ezekiel, you can tell Ezekiel's definitely like, well, I rolled not great. He's definitely trying to be truthful, but not telling the full truth. And you can tell he's like very. He's thinking very hard on everything he's saying, and probably underneath there is a quite a bit of worry.
So this entity saved us, Ezekiel?
I would say that yes, they saved us.
They said we're in no matter what?
They said that if I should fail again, you guys would be held accountable to my deal, I guess.
So let's bargain for more power.
I mean,
whoa. Hold
What?
up. You could bargain for more power if you want to. Don't rope me into your suicidal giving up to the god that's not mine.
Well, if you believe Ezekiel, we're already roped in.
What task has your deity has given you to not fail?
I never said it was a deity. I said it was an employer. And I've been tasked with rooting out chaos. It just, almost dying last night, I think, reflected poorly on the business.
Chaos would include these demons we're trying to defeat.
Yeah.
I know there's no way that you could have dragged my buddy out. I was perfectly fine and way ahead of you in that cave.
Yeah. My employer saw to our extrication.
Azrael, I need...
You would like to roll that insight?
Yeah.
There has to be requests there as well, man. Booty.
I highly doubt it's an employer. Or Bertrand highly doubts it's an employer, more of a god stepped in who's pissed.
Persuasion or deception?
I have to think about whether this is a lie or not.
So, Bertrand, you're questioning. You don't believe that an employer has sufficient power. You think it has to be a deity or a god of some kind.
Yeah.
The conviction you see in his eyes, like he is, as far as you're concerned, he's 100% convinced it's his employer.
Technically, both can be true.
True.
Let
But
me.
to
I.
forfeit our souls.
You don't know that.
Yeah, that was never said.
Oh boy.
Because all of that was a private conversation. We don't know
Right.
anything about that.
So let me clarify.
Zip, zip, zip.
By the way, I just want to say that Caligar is just watching all of this with snacks. Like he's just had them at the movies.
So we would be held accountable for your failures to not eradicate chaos, or to turn away from fighting chaos? Was that... I'm a little unclear as to what exactly triggered her intervention, or this deity's or
we
person's or
were
employer's intervention.
most of us were likely to die there, and that's a failure on my behalf and reflects poorly on my employer. Let me. I get the feeling that I'm
Your
going
employer
to.
happened to kill the Hydra and the hussy that was in there.
No clue. I have something that can potentially help me know what I can and can't say. So let me take 10 minutes and ritual cast Find Familiar and summon Toot Toot.
Oh, the poor creature. In the meantime, I will also be doing something.
And keep practicing the rapier.
What are you doing in those 10 minutes?
TM, do I remember that wizard guy? Do I remember anything on his person specifically? I'm going to try and do like a locate object. Or maybe the Hydra itself. I don't remember if I saw it.
I just want to let you know, before we got the fuck out of there, we did see the wizard die from the Hydra.
That... Oh, okay.
Well,
I
we
could
were
always-
down at that time.
I
Yeah,
could
you
try
might have
locate
seen-
the
I wasn't.
creature.
You weren't, but I think the three of them were. They were
Mhm.
already down at that point, because then the Hydra turned and everyone else was focused on the Hydra. So I think maybe you were aware the wizard's down, but I'd say the other ones aren't. As for recalling something specific, give me an intelligence check. Just straight intelligence.
Okie dokie. It's a flat 10.
It's impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Nothing that you could think would work for like finding an object really stands out. He had on robes,
Mhm.
but I don't think there's any like really definitive mark that you'd be able to say like look for those in particular.
Hmm. Well, I could always try locate creature, but that's a high level spell. Are we looking to go back? To make sure the job is done?
I think we need to. We probably shouldn't go back to the Dark Elf house and say that we did a thing and the thing hasn't been done.
Well, our task was to embarrass them. And we freed the Hydra and it ate a bunch of people. Probably. That's embarrassing. We're looking to wipe them all out. That's more embarrassing, but
I think we should kill the creature. It's too much of a threat to leave and allow somebody else to take care of it.
It's also a threat to our lives because dealing with the Dark Elves alone, we nearly died.
I mean, if the Dark Elves are dead, that all that's left is the Hydra.
Yes, all that's left is the Hydra.
no, Ezekiel's told us there were other creatures there. And I'm still practicing my parrying thrusts.
Either way, we'd have to go careful.
I throw a rock at Tobias, see if he parries.
Roll a d20. So Bertrand winds up to make this really big, impressive throw, and the rock just drops like 3 feet in front of him. And at the same time, Tobias is expecting it, so he winds up with this big flourish, swings his sword to knock it aside. Not getting that contact, though, he just spins himself around and falls on his ass.
Right.
And in that time, beep, out comes little fairy dude.
Hey, Toot Toot.
I
How was
I don't-
the
I
inside
don't-
of the
I
stomach
don't-
of the creature?
I don't like you right now. I never saw the inside. I saw teeth. And then something big and heavy caused me to fucking explode.
Well, I'm glad that it didn't actually harm you because you're here.
Where in the Feywild are you from?
That
I am speaking Sylvan. Let me.
That is none of your concern.
But why?
Because if you need to know, then you need to know, and buddy, you don't need to know.
So, Toot Toot, I need
Yes.
you to act as a
Decoy.
emissary of the terms of the agreement I'm under.
Okay. And he just kind of like shifts himself around. Like his wings are still beating constantly to keep himself hovering. He just shifts himself so he looks like he's sitting on a chair, reaches into a back pocket, pulls out some glasses, a little notepad, tiny pen, goes, fire away.
Do you by chance know what I am allowed to share regarding last night?
Regarding last night.
My friends here have questions, and I've done my best to answer them as far as I am comfortable doing without input from our employer.
It might be easier if they just ask the questions.
All right, folks, here you go.
Who is the employer?
No.
Right out of my mouth.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because let's put it in a way you can understand. She was powerful enough to haul your dead asses out of the fire.
I wasn't dead.
See, this is where we get into the fun thing, in that for you, time is linear. For us, it's not. You were dead. You just didn't know it yet. So, before I was so rudely interrupted, just kind of like glares at Bertrand. She's powerful enough to drag your asses out of the fire, heal you so you aren't dying anymore, and bring you to an area that is relatively safe. I say no because she says no. And if I have to choose between crossing you and crossing her, I'd rather go deal with the fucking Hydra again.
All right, Toot Toot, my friend. Could you tell us which faction she may be aligned with, or the details of his task exactly? To defeat chaos, or is it more specific?
Essentially, his task is service. Whatever she deems for him to do is what he has to get done. And I believe he's actually already told you what he's been tasked with. You might recall a village in the woods that was rotting.
Uh-huh. Ah, right, that one. Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Sorry. The resurrection.
I mean, that
messed
was several weeks ago, so
Yeah.
I can understand if your minds are too feeble to really comprehend the passage of time like that.
Mhm. Thank you, Toot Toot.
Did we win?
Did you win?
No, will we win against the forces of chaos?
I can't tell you that.
Is the Hydra still alive? Or was it killed? Do we need
I
to
don't.
head back?
Did you miss the part where I said I fucking exploded?
I was asking your patron.
She was more concerned with getting you guys. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe? Yes? No?
Not sure. Got it. We have to check then. Anything else?
What do we, and I'll look at the rest of the group, and what do I have to do to get a meeting with her?
What kind of meeting?
Everywhere we've gone, we've been jerked around, sent on these missions, not helped. It's kind of like no one else wants the forces of chaos to be destroyed. And so far, your mistress has been the only person who has helped us.
I wouldn't say it's you're not being helped and no one wants chaos destroyed. Oftentimes, it's more that there are wider concerns that they're looking after, and a knife is easier to wield than a sword.
We aren't the only concern of the gods. And, I wouldn't say she's the only one. I'm gonna hold out my fucking sick-ass new weapon and say, my gods are pretty generous.
Yeah, after you died.
I survived. Good enough.
You didn't survive. That's why we're here in this tiny little valley, hiding in a house of cards.
Am I not breathing and talking to you right now? I am still living. I consider that surviving.
I think you're living again. I don't think that's the same thing.
Agree to disagree. Now about this Hydra. What's her plan?
About the power. Can I meet with her?
She tends to be very particular in the people that she doesn't ever really meet. It's more that you belong to her.
Well, to save the world, I'm willing to sacrifice myself.
Just kind of like slowly nods, looks down, writes down a little note on his tiny notepad. Goes, okay.
So you're not in contact with her now. You'll be headed back soon.
Do you see her here?
Well, this is all new to me, so.
Tobias, it might not be worth what you think it is.
Saving the world?
No, what you'll get in return for making
A
a
saved
deal.
world.
Sometimes I am jealous of his linear mind. Sometimes.
It's not linear. I know what the price is. Or I can guess what the price is, and I know what we have to do
The price
And to
is your
achieve it-
soul.
in exchange for the world.
I never said what the price is.
But even then,
That's yes.
Well, esoteric pondering aside, shall we figure out what's next? Do we send for the boat? Or defeat the Hydra?
We should
Need to
probably.
go kill the Hydra.
Yeah,
I don't think we should kill the Hydra. It might be worth it to see if all the Beastmasters are wiped out.
Okay. At the very least, check the status and then decide.
I mean, if we... Yes, Callagher?
I think trying to kill that specific beast will be a very interesting task, unless we come up with some sort of equally interesting answer.
Well, the goal was to embarrass them, and their creature killing all of them is very embarrassing. But it is a secret
True.
base, and only they would know that they're embarrassed. So, I don't have a direct answer for that.
If we could bring the head or heads of the Hydra and drop them in a public place back at the city we came from, would that not spread the word?
Two
That
just
we
kind of
kill
raises
the
a hand and
Hydra?
goes, just from an outside observer point of view, don't you know that they all got killed, and wouldn't your knowledge be embarrassing enough if that got spread? Just, as an opinion from here.
I don't
That's
know.
a good thought.
Do these people usually seek proof?
I don't know.
Well, no.
The sudden
Toot is-
disappearance of a lot of one family would probably, along with rumors, be enough.
Toot is correct, and Ezekiel. We know they were taking the beasts to the king. That is known as far as I can remember. So if suddenly they aren't taking the beasts to the king, and we spread the rumor that they're all dead, that would be embarrassing. But it goes back to the fact that we need to know if they're dead or not.
We know at
Sounds
least some of them
valid.
died, and Bertrand said the wizard is dead, so they don't have a easy way to contain it, I don't think. Otherwise, I think they would have done that versus having one man hold up a barrier. So it might still be loose, killing their beastmasters, or who knows what. They may have taken control of it again, like they did during our fight.
Well, it's been 8 or 9 hours, so they've either won or gotten eaten.
Let's go find out. What say you?
I agree.
I think we need to at least know.
Toot Toot, thank you for being helpful. You've earned yourself a vacation. Unless I need you, why don't you go on back, and I'll snap my fingers and dismiss him back to the place.
So he's going to dismiss him, and she goes, gotcha. And disappears in a puff of, I don't know, purple smoke.
Oh, I thought you guys were going to have a lot more questions for Toot Toot. That worked out well.
Alright, so you guys want to head back up the mountains to check out the cavern, see what you can find?
Yeah, stealthily
think-
looking for signs of a rampaging Hydra, looking for signs of bodies of the Beastmasters running from the secret base, stuff like that.
Okay. Who's taking the lead to navigate?
If we're going back to the mountains, I'll do it.
Okay. You're coming in from a bit of an odd angle, so give me a nature or survival to see if you can find the trail that gets you back up there.
Starting off strong.
Yep. Like, to keep it simple, you do eventually find the path to get up there. But you find yourself going through a couple dead ends. You have to turn back a few times. At least once, Calgary, you find yourself stopping and going, just saying to yourself, I think I've passed that rock before. But your dwarven pride, you're never going to tell everyone that you're completely lost in the mountains. So overall, I'd say from the time you start, if you had rolled better, would have taken you maybe 3 to 4 hours to get there. At this point, you're looking at like 6 to 7 hours of trekking through the mountain. You got yourself royally lost. But like 7 hours from the time you guys got up, it was like dawn's roughly about 6 a.m. So it's only like 1:30 in the afternoon. So when you come into that clearing, you see the waterfall. Nothing really looks disturbed. And you go in through the crack in the wall. And I wasn't expecting you guys to go back, so give me 1 second.
I'm sorry, you didn't expect us to go back to where we got our asses handed to us. Do you know us?
Time for round 2. Vengeance.
It's time for this
In the
party.
meantime, are we there yet, Caligar?
Are we there yet? In Dwarvish, are
It's
we
over
there
the
yet?
next pass. It's through the next pass.
That's what you said 3 passes ago.
Yes, it's through the next pass.
So, Bertrand, tell me more about your lady. What exactly is the tent that you follow? I'm bored. Like, entertain us. Say something.
I follow the Lady of the Lake.
Okay, but who is she? To someone that doesn't know. Is she a lady in a lake? I mean, I could guess that part.
Technically, yes. She is the protector of the Grail.
What
The
Grail?
Holy Grail.
Holy Grail? Is it worth money? What's it do?
Bertrand gives you a very glaring look as soon as you said, is it worth anything?
Oh, so it's worth a lot of money.
Is a relic of sorts, maybe?
Oh, dear God.
Holy relic?
Would you guys, who do we want Toot Toot to go in? I just told him he could take a vacation, but he can go in invisible.
By the will of the Lady of the Lake.
Yeah, it might be smart to send in Toot Toot.
She is the
Or the bird.
deity of all Bretonian. By lance and by sword are the lands of the king kept safe from the greenskins and the mutant beastmen, of the darkling forest from the malicious demons and the walking dead. She is our goddess, a divine damsel.
The Walking Dead
She
was
is
a
the
fake
goddess of
play.
purity, nobility, and courage in the face of danger.
She sounds nice. wonder if she'll help us next time.
So you're bringing out Toot Toot again?
Yep. I'm gonna have him go invisible and go check it out.
It would be funny. He comes back. I was taking a shit. Or
He
something
gets
like
smoted by the Hydra again.
Oh god, does he not have dark vision in this form?
Some of the
that.
back
No,
is
he
right.
doesn't.
That was the shortest vacation I've ever had.
Yeah, I feel bad about that. Hang on, and then I'll snap and dismiss him, and then spend 10 more minutes resummoning him as a an imp.
Well, won't there be lights in here, or are the lights completely out?
Roll a perception for me.
I mean, we could see the lights when we were coming in last time.
Some of them, but maybe the outside ones were turned off.
If you get closer to the torches, it looks like they've been long burned out.
Okay. And we're gonna be in here stealthily because that Hydra's still here. Does it look like there's a Hydra-shaped hole at the mouth of the cave? You know?
1 second first.
Sure.
Zeke, what's the dark vision for an imp? I'm just gonna add it to.
Same as mine, 120 feet. Devil's
Oh, is
sight.
it Devil's Sight? Ooh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Because it's a devil, you know?
Wait, I thought he didn't have dark vision.
The imp
Toot
version
Toot
does.
in the sprite does not.
Oh, as a sprite.
But
Okay.
if I use the Find Familiar Smell to summon Toot Toot as an imp, he's still Toot Toot, just with an imp's body and perceptions.
Gotta love that smell. The find familiar smell.
Did I say smell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, you should be able to move him now.
Okay. Well, he's going to be invisible for this.
Yeah.
I'll say, I think we should wait at the mouth of the cave just so we can get the hell out of here if something bad happens.
So
guys think?
That is-
there
that's
was
like-
something here and here, and I can't see that anymore.
I'm gonna cast it if he sees somebody in there. I'm not gonna waste a spell, man.
Oh, wow.
True.
Oh, hello.
In the meantime, stay put.
So I have bonus action, Gaze of Two Minds. So I'm blind and deafened, so if you guys walk away, I'm just standing there.
Don't
we leave
worry.
Ezekiel here.
I swing him like a sack of potatoes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. I see. Oh my gosh. Toot Toot's gonna be real quiet now.
Okay. Roll a stealth form.
Perfect.
With Vantage.
No.
No, it's the perception that's a disadvantage.
No, it's the.
Oh, I might have rolled
If
that
you're
as me.
invisible, you get advantage.
Nope.
Cool.
Or did they change those rules?
No,
That was
it's
never a thing.
It's always been the perception of other people is at disadvantage because you're invisible.
Real sneaky Toot Toot. Uh-huh. This.
Roll a perception for Toot Toot.
Come on, buddy.
You're rolling privately.
Oh.
I mean, it works. It doesn't matter either way.
Tell us everything.
17.
We're gonna have a little chat.
Oh no. Do you want it muted on the stream?
Doesn't matter. If they want to listen through the stream, it's fine.
Okay.
But hopefully they don't go to that extreme. Anyways, so when you get in here, Toot's looking around and you see like the scars of the fight. Like there's massive gouge marks of these huge claws raking through the stonework, and there is blood just everywhere. But you get a bit closer, and something a little off about the blood. The experience you've had in the past, like blood, this amount of blood for what you think the amount of time has passed should still be somewhat fresh. But what you're seeing is it looks like this blood is completely dry.
So there's it's like caked on but dry.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like it was like licked up or something.
No. It's like,
Does it look burned?
no. Like you do see some footprints that are like boots that walk through blood, and you see trails, and like that blood like tapers out as they walk further away from the middle of the room. But what you're seeing is like it looks like there are what would be like a massive amount of blood that pooled,
So
spread
like
out,
they
and
killed
dried.
like they killed their own Hydra in order to save their skin.
Or they all bled to death.
Oh.
Like you can't make out what type of blood it is.
Gotcha.
It's just there's a lot. It's all over the place, and it's like if Toot was like reach down and like run his finger over it, it would be bone dry.
Interesting. There's no okay. Why would it be dry? Would I have any ideas as to what would cause blood to dry up that quickly?
Roll a history privately for me.
Oh, so this would be as Ezekiel, right?
As Ezekiel, yeah.
Okay. Where am I? A private roll. Attributes history.
Yep.
Wow, what a good roll.
I'm surprised.
Always for the story, never for the combat.
Yeah. Time.
Like, it's not the day that I think it is.
Right. For it to be this, like, if it were the next day, you would expect that if you were to walk over it, it'd still be kind of sticky.
Can I reason
it's-
then that this is from the effect that we were put under what we believe was last night? That we've been moved forward in time some unknown amount of time?
Like, would Ezekiel know that there was a bit of like time displacement with the ass saving? Is
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Yes.
For that one, roll just a straight intelligence.
Oh, I'm not very intelligent. Don't clip that. I is for intelligence? No. Down here.
If you just click off of Tutu, you can go through the attributes. You should do it there.
Wait, for Tutu or for me?
Oh, for you. But if you click off of him,
Oh.
it should be your
Oh,
drop down, right?
I see, yeah. I didn't know that. Thank you. Oh, come on.
No, but you find it really weird that it's this dry.
Okay.
So you think it could have possibly been like maybe they cast a spell trying to clean things up, or maybe it was like gusts of winds were cast during the battle trying to subdue
Gotcha. I don't
the Hydra.
know.
But like,
I don't believe it's that effect though. There could have been a variety of reasons.
yeah, any number of reasons you can think of.
Any like Hydra footprints leading out of here, like blood footprints?
Not that you can see.
All the bodies are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Hydra. Let's really look in here.
You come in here and you see a very tiny splatter of blood right about in this area.
Yeah, I figured. To save time, if Toot Toot goes through the rest of the caves, does he
You're not
find
gonna
anything?
find anything.
Okay, perfect.
So I'll just bring him back down to the other part.
Yeah.
They just opened, I think.
Welcome
Yes,
back.
It just now opened in Boise.
Okay.
Hey, we're back.
So I am going to shake my head and not perceive through Toot Toot anymore. Whisper, "Thanks, Toot Toot," and then I snap and dismiss him. And I will inform everyone this place is empty. There's a lot of blood back there, but it's dry.
Oh,
Did you see the Hydra?
This place is empty.
Should we loot it while we're here?
There's like tables and chairs and stuff, but other than that, it's empty.
I mean, not even in the wizard's chambers?
Would Toot Toot have seen anything in there?
He would have seen like blank scraps of paper, the office tossed. It's clear that it got cleaned out.
damn.
Okay.
Tracks
The
of
blood's
Hydra?
dry, which means either time or magic. Like, the amount of blood that was there should be wet for days.
Yeah.
It's all dry.
Did we wake up the next day?
I don't know how to tell what day it is.
We also
Well, I'm putting it out there.
we also took a long rest, so it's had at least
8 hours.
Yeah,
15, 16 hours.
Yeah, but for the amount of blood
And
that
that's-
was there, it would be.
Let
It
me
would
inspect
still
really
be
quickly. We don't have to go all the way in, but let me just double check how long it's been since it dried and if it was magical or not. No tracks of the Hydra at all. It's just disappeared.
I couldn't find any.
So are we going in or are we just leaving?
There's nothing here.
like-
Like, there's no
Like some
people or
answers.
any of the creatures or anything. The cages are empty. The people are gone.
I'm going to stick with Cardinal.
Yeah, I just want to go to the main place, the Hydra cage.
Okay, that would be this way.
Yeah, walking straight up the middle there.
Definitely did not forget the direction.
I'm keeping an eye out for the for anything.
Can somebody summon light, please?
I see just fine.
I
know
can
you
see.
just fine,
And the
but I
Lord
wanna
said,
see
"Let there be
color.
light."
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't have light anymore on this character. They took away my drowness.
I love your songs, Lord. I would inspect, perceive the ground, the blood, what I need to check.
Okay. What?
I'll-
Same thing I told Ezekiel. It's what you see is like the the ground is obvious signs of battle. Like there's massive gouge marks from like the Hydra claws, and the area is absolutely covered in blood. Um, but again, like Calgar mentioned, you had a long rest, and from your perspective, like you woke up the next day. The amount of blood you're seeing, at the very least, should still have like a tacky feel to it as you walk across it. You like bend down and run your finger across, it is bone dry.
I'm gonna go to
Tell
where I got
why.
knocked down and see if it was magically cleaned up. My blood was, and no, I can't tell.
You can't discern the like it all just looks like blood. You can't see if it's yours, if it belongs to somebody else.
Well, I'm not
Right.
looking. I'm just looking to see if I can tell if it was magically cleaned up somehow.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Can I tell why the blood is dry?
Roll
It's
intelligence.
it's been in the air. I'd just like
Well,
to look
as in,
around.
it shouldn't dry this fast, so either it's magical or we've been out longer than we thought.
Prestidigitation does it.
Prestidigitation would clean it up. This is a massive amount of dried blood. Like entire pools of blood have dried.
Like to give you an idea of the total coverage, like where this blood has run to, it's effectively gone. Like the majority of the battle happened in the area that you guys are in, right? Like this is where the Hydra was at. It was right
Yep.
here. The pool of blood stretches out. Like it's a massive area that's just covered, and yeah, Cardinal, like you're trying to figure it out, and it's not making sense to you. You have no idea how this amount could be dried so quickly.
Can I look around for any signs of? Did they leave this place? Did they take up everything and like take the rest of the beasts and run out, or if they all
You
just got?
you do see a few blueprints. Looks like they walked through the puddle and like they're walking away from where the pool ends. You do see some tracks as they walk away, but like the further they go, the less trace blood amounts are on their
Yeah.
boots.
Yeah, so they did end up surviving.
Okay, can I toss the beds really quick, really surface, like anything left behind that's of use?
Everything's already been tossed.
Fuck. Okay.
That's they survived the Hydra. They took all their stuff and ran out. They probably went to a new base since this one was discovered and we showed up.
Well, if it's been tossed, they might be coming back here to see what had happened. I think we should get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I doubt they're going to come back to it. They probably just abandoned the whole thing. But I do agree we don't need to be here any longer.
Okay.
There's nothing left for us to find.
Cardinal, before you keep going,
Okay.
you're looking through this area and like these are weapon racks that you walk past when you're going to the mage's office. These are where before they had like various spears and lances and swords. These are empty,
They took all their stuff, huh?
and you do notice something you didn't catch the first time you came through here. There's a crack in the wall.
Guys, come this way. I have found something. Over here.
I'm assuming you come out into the other room to tell us this. Okay.
I have the nose of a bloodhound. Ha! I smell your secrets, DM. Show me. I am going to very carefully. You're muted, Booty.
Check for traps.
Aren't you the rogue?
I'm not good at checking for traps. I'm good at disarming them once you've found them.
I keep an eye out and I move carefully.
You don't find any traps.
Perfect. Squeeze, squeeze. Let me through. Oh, would you look at that? Take that. There's always use in hunting.
Does this
Is there
look
anything
trapped?
still in here?
Please say yes.
There are chests where the lids are closed. What looks like statues. They're more plinths that a statue would stand on, but those are all empty now. And in that bottom right corner is a vault with the door slightly ajar.
And peek in the crack of the door.
You see 3 copper.
Score, I'm putting that directly into my pocket.
So the
Can I
chests
check?
are closed but empty?
Well, you start flipping the lids, and you catch. There might be, like, say, between the 4 chests, about 15 silver and like 10 copper that just got left behind. But for the most part, it is barren.
Well, it's a
We don't
bummer
really
that
have anything.
you guys died.
Listen, bitch.
Algar's gonna raise his eyebrows and very pointedly at the bird who flew off.
15 silver and 12 copper, was it? Okay,
Yeah.
party of loot, thank you very much. Anything else of interest in this place? Like this big golden box.
It's been emptied. Ezekiel already looked inside. There was 3 copper.
Okay.
Just looking at Booty's eyes. No, there wasn't.
Nobody asked.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but you guys go through
But
and you're not finding anything of value.
We should get out of here. They're not
What
coming
about
back,
the
but
chamber? What about the chamber that we found? Said wizard.
there's nothing
it's
left.
been
They already
rolled
came
too,
back and
just some
cleaned
blank
everything out.
parchment.
It's just just for simplicity's sake, they cleaned out the whole place. They dealt with the Hydra, probably calming it down again,
Yeah, I say we
and
do.
then cleaned everything out since their base was discovered.
I say we spread some rumors around the local taverns that the what are these guys? The Ashkar,
Ashkar.
Ashkar lost some members to that new beastie they thought they had. Maybe they didn't have as good a control over it as they thought.
All right.
Sounds like something.
Should we be the ones that spread that rumor?
I can disguise myself and go around to the local bars in different.
That would be smarter, because we were seen,
Yeah, I can
and
go
we
to
don't
each.
know if they survived.
I can go to each of the 3 bars as a different person each time.
Different dark elf.
Different.
I can give you tongues.
Yeah, but that just doesn't that just let them understand me, but they would still know I'm speaking common. So it'd be best if I just spread rumors among the lesser people as a lesser person, so I don't have to speak undercommon, and then that'll filter out around, slaves talk.
Okay. Let's begin the hike back, and then I'll cast Sending.
They get picked up.
Yep.
So you're heading
Almost.
down to the coast then?
Seems that was the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Calgar, survival or nature, please. I can talk tonight.
I'll help you, so do that with advantage. If you need to.
You did not help.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, this time, like, now that you got a feel for it, you got a more confident feel on how to get down to the eastern side of the finger there. Well, it takes you about 3 hours to get down to the coast, and yes, as you're coming down, once you're confident that you're within close enough range, you send out the sending, and do they respond to you?
They can.
They can. I did tell him that. I specifically mentioned that he can tell me how long he might take. I got the captain's name and everything.
Mm-hmm. And it is also 25 words, eh?
Eh?
Is that last part new?
Which one?
Upon receiving your message, a creature can block your ability to reach it again.
Looks like it.
Maybe. That's cool.
That is new. That's
They
good to
just
know.
didn't like gesture.
Hallister will do that. I'm kidding. I don't know what you do.
They really said put your arcane phone on silent mode.
Harold reaching out to various people.
Yeah, they can block me for 8 hours.
After the first message.
After the first message, standard text message rates still apply.
That's very interesting.
Okay, so Cardinal, you send out the message, and you're waiting for a little while before you feel the message coming back, not so much as hear it. And what you feel as you receive is, where have you been? We were expecting you a fortnight ago. The ship will leave with the tide. Be there by dawn.
What day is it?
Oh, fuck.
Don't
Did
know.
you see Cardinal facepalm so hard? It's been a fortnight. It has been a fortnight.
How much is a fortnight?
2
2
weeks.
weeks.
Oh, you serious?
I knew
Yeah.
that. I was just wondering if Cardinal knew that.
That would explain why the blood is dry.
That's crazy.
Are
We
you
s-
questioning my English right now? Do you want to go, Frank?
I mean, you are in Germany, so
Listen, bitch. I was born and raised speaking English, okay?
Du hast.
Guys, we slept for like 14 days. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that part might be relevant.
Now,
Sorry.
as the ship's coming, do we want to head straight back to Clark or spread the messages here in Karan Kar?
I mean, if it's been a fortnight, your house is probably expecting us.
Or not.
You could have Cardinal
Yeah.
send a
They
message.
Probably think we're dead.
Cardinal, are you capable of sending another message to...
I don't like that
I mean, a lot
my
of
capabilities were being questioned, but yes.
change within
No,
a
no,
fortnight.
I wasn't sure. You
I'm
know,
joking. Yes, I can.
spell slots.
I'll throw hands with Frank later for questioning my English.
Who do you think we should message?
Maybe this. Well, your grandmother, or
No, that is a bad idea.
or
I wouldn't
someone
go.
underneath her that would receive the message on her behalf.
Or the gentleman that was escorting us around town.
Oh yeah, that guy.
The retainer.
I just
That
also
was-
worry that you send it to too low of a person on the totem pole, and it's this was supposed to be discreet.
We could just do like a coded It's been done, but there were complications. We'll be back.
We
Yeah,
traveled
but to
in
an
time.
underling.
Yeah, like the retainer guy that was showing us around, I think. Sounds good.
The retainer guy was in that room when she given us the task.
And his name was...
Oh, brother.
Like,
Stevie-Ock.
No.
I don't think you're far off from the truth. Was that Etienne?
No, Etienne's
Etienne.
the captain of the skiff that came to
yeah,
grab
it's-
us. Vertigal Hellbreaker?
No.
No.
Doesn't sound right.
Beethoven Silent Fall?
That's the name of the dockmaster here in Kron Kar.
Oh, so it would be before the poisons then.
Yeah.
I'd help, but I don't remember.
Steve? Oh, no, never mind.
Do we need to know his name? Can we just
Kieran
know the
Dumore?
person?
That was the name of the
Oh, that was the guy that worked.
guard at the city. All right, I don't have it.
Attila? No.
That's the name of the matron.
Can I roll a history check to see if I remember?
The DM doesn't know.
DM doesn't remember.
Yeah, but I just mean like, hey, we roll it, we know it. Bada bing, bada boom. Here's
roll,
the new name.
Roll intelligence.
Can be history.
Intelligence.
Did you even name the guy?
I don't know. The name's on the tip of your tongue.
Still rolling private.
It's a creature you have met. I don't need to know their name. I'll just be like, hey, buddy. Tell the matron this and this and this.
It's not adding my bonus. Should be a +3 to that. I don't know why.
Why is that not working?
Yeah, I should have a
Oh, yeah, mine
23
should have
with
been
that.
+1.
That's interesting.
You broke it.
No, that's Token Action Hub broke.
Okay.
What happens if you do it from your character sheet?
That's a saving throw.
Then it works.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, that's irritating.
Yeah, so I got a 19, not a 13. Right? That's how that works.
Yeah, sure. You never got his name.
Yeah.
But as Cardinal pointed out, you don't actually have to know the name. You just have to have met them, which you did. So that's another change to the spell, which is just beneficial.
Good.
All right, yeah, I think we should send a message to the underling. It's done. This is the worst experts. No, we're the never chosen. They're the never chosen.
In
It's
her
done.
eyes, we might
Magical
be the worst
complications.
experts.
Never
I blame
chosen.
the dwarf.
Mission accomplished. Returning. There were complications. Done.
Post haste.
Wrong campaign, wrong world.
You just get one word back. Noted.
What the fuck? Am I bleeding?
Roll a perception check.
Oh, I can see
It's
the
gonna be
blood.
medicine.
That's fucking
I am
hilarious.
bleeding.
You guys.
Okay,
Friends,
so
go take care of it.
you get down to the coast, and you're waiting for the ship. I think you said. Is there
Yeah,
anything
we're
you guys
gonna-
want to do before you have another rest?
Like to pull Cardinal aside for a semi-private chat away from the rest of the party.
I will go with reluctance. Yes. How can I help you?
You're holy person and been real fair to me. As much as I think I deserve sometimes.
Okay.
When we were saved, my employer's wording wasn't quite how I specified. It was more like that there were souls on the line.
Could you repeat the exact phrasing, just for posterity's sake?
Well, I was choking real bad. But what I remember hearing is, if you fail me again, it won't just be your soul that's forfeit, but your friends as well.
By the gods. Okay. Right.
I don't care
How
about everybody
powerful.
else's souls, but you seem pretty nice, so I figured I'd let you know.
What if we never established that we were friends?
Well, it would depend on how Ezekiel views everybody.
I don't
that's
know.
True.
Just as a added note, it was friends and companions.
Mhm.
You might not be his friend. You're certainly a companion.
Well, it means I guess we have to stay alive until at least we complete your task.
What if the companion has left the party and months on end happened?
Okay, Mr. Lawyer in training.
And he's no longer part of the party, and Ezekiel happens to fail. What happens then?
TBD.
Cross that bridge when we get
We
to
play
it.
real loosey-goosey with the rules, me and my employer, of course. I'm, when it comes to them, I'm at quite the disadvantage when it comes to negotiating power.
You usually are when it comes to deities and beings.
Well, see, yeah,
You said she was
I don't,
choking you?
I said I was choking. I didn't say who was choking me. Could have been on blood. That's not
It's
important.
really not that not hard. It's not that hard a connection to make, especially when she's the type to take the souls of your friends.
Yeah.
Can I just check? Can you show me your mark? Do you have suffocation marks? Did it heal?
I took a long rest. I purposely did not take healing that night, so I don't know. Would I have bruises on my neck?
Are you showing her?
Well, I'm not really. My armor doesn't really hide my neck very well, does it? It's just light leather armor. And Ezekiel just has a goatee. He doesn't have a beard or anything.
I'm just going off the picture. You've got a high collar.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Haha. Well, then, I'll let her look.
Okay. Roll a medicine for me.
$19.
You're pulling aside, and you do see like very distinct, heavy bruising. Like it's not that he was being choked. From your experience, his throat was being crushed.
So it was a bad performance evaluation, okay?
I'm starting to get that. How indebted are you to this person?
I don't know if she can hear me right now.
Is there a way to free the contract eventually after finishing your tasks, or is this lifelong? Because my friend, this does not look good.
I would say the terms are not very favorable on my behalf. Life is a funny concept, and I owe
Bloody hell.
more than that.
Alright, I'll cast a Cure Wounds to clear up the bruising at least, if I can. Keep me in the loop, if not the others.
I might get in trouble for what I already said, so
You haven't said too much, I don't think.
I've said more than I'm allowed to.
You just told me you had better not fail, and as a person responsible for keeping all of you alive, I think that's ideal for me to know. But I would not argue semantics with a being of power. I guess. I mean, as long as these tasks aren't insane, clearing that village is part of our goals too, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Common goals. Gonna start walking back. Working.
Tobias finishes bandaging his shin from where he banged it on the way down the mountain.
I'm watching over my shoulder.
So when you go to cast Cure Wounds, you notice, like, for the most part, the bruising does go away. But if you look closely, you still see, like, the finger marks on his throat. And you're fairly certain that's not going away anytime soon.
Yeah, no, I doubt that. She's vindictive.
Adjust my collar back.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do before you call this a night?
When is
No.
the ship supposed to show up?
Dawn.
Dawn, okay.
So, like, roughly about 6.
Alright, well, I'll put out the House of Cards again. But this time I will make it the full 40-foot cube. And if we're in a protected area, I'll put an alarm kind of near the major approach to where we are.
Okay. And yeah, so this is much more reminiscent of the first time you guys got to experience it. You got the full space, the fire pit in the middle of the room, pretty lush beds surrounding the walls. All of it looks as if it's made from playing cards, and it's surprisingly warm despite the chill, freezing air coming in off of the cliffs. So you guys are all good now? You just have that rest, get your spells back, put in a long rest if you want to.
Every night that we rest, and every morning when we wake up, I pray to the Lady of the Lake.
Bertrand, I want you to roll a percentage for me.
Secret or no?
Up to you. Doesn't matter.
Do you want me to do that every morning or after every long rest?
Not so much yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you just a whispered text here. Just give me 1 second.
My lady, please guide my sword to befall thy enemies. Grant me your wisdom to
Okay.
I had it, and it just my whole mind went blank.
That's appropriate. Okay, so yeah, you guys get through the night. fairly secure. Like nothing happens. You keep a watch, just walking, looking out the windows, and you see slow fall of snow. But beyond that, you hear the howl of wind through the trees. And from your experience in Nagaroth, it's actually a fairly quiet night. And then and then dawn comes as the sun's rising over the ocean to the east. You make your way out, and you see the black sails of a ship coming up along the island's cliffs, and docks itself a couple hundred yards off the coast there.
All right, should we head to the beach and wave them down, or are we going to walk out again?
I did not prepare water walk, so
Well, it's a brand new day.
you didn't tell me you wanted to walk there. Okay, fine.
Out of curiosity, how did you expect to get to the ship?
I
Send a
fly.
rowboat? Send a rowboat? They exist, you know.
I could, one by one, pick somebody up and take them to the boat.
I was gonna misty step my way across the top of the water.
Or you could just save your spells and I lift you.
Like once they drop anchor, it's shortly afterwards they're lowering like a longboat into the water. They're coming to get you guys. They're dark
Thank
elves.
you.
They're not dicks.
Thank you.
I mean,
God.
I
only
mean,
because we have a dark elf with us.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I'm on the side of chaos. I'm switching teams, y'all. Cleanses Earth.
I don't think they're trying to cleanse it. I think
Here
they're
I
trying
was
to
preparing
purify
Mass
it.
Healing Word and Death Ward, but I see how it is.
Okay. So you guys get back on board to the ship, and Captain walks over and says, "So you guys had rough time, fun time, good time, a lot of time."
Apparently, we were saved and cursed by some form of deity.
That sounds like it sucks.
Jury's still out.
So, where am I taking you? Are you going back to Karankar?
I'll turn to the group and say, are we spreading the rumors, or are we heading right back home?
It's been 2 weeks.
Ask
Let's
him
check
what
the
he
status.
knows. Yeah, have you heard anything around town? Any news in the last 2 weeks?
About the Ashkar?
Oh, about Ashkar. I did hear one of the wizards got killed. Beyond that, I don't really pay attention to the squabbling in the houses. I just take care of shipping.
Got it.
So at least something's been going on. Let's just check in with the lady before we go do spying stuff, especially if we're terrible at it.
Checking with who?
Check in with your grandma if she
All right,
has already sent out her people.
We'll head back to Clorond then.
Okay. All right. So yeah, once weighs anchor, he spins it around and heads back through the Sea of Chill and the Sea of Malice. Winds are a little more favorable than when you were heading out to Karankar, so instead of taking like the week and a half to 2 weeks, you guys are back within less than a week. And the ship pulls into the harbor and runs right up to the family docks. Ties off. Captain gives you guys a bit of a wave and says, "Good luck."
All right, I'll nod to the captain.
When,
Debark.
when's the next Night of Death thing?
Oh, the Night of Blood?
Yeah.
Why? Do you fancy getting yourself some time alone with some of the witch elves?
No. I want to make sure we are aware of it for future reference.
It's an annual thing.
Okay, cool.
Is that the first time you got to experience it?
Yeah. Is that in every city or just this one?
Oh, it happens everywhere. If you really want to experience it, you go to Harganeth. They know how to fuck shit up.
We had fun.
Yeah, I don't believe you for some reason.
I had fun, and I'll hop over the gunnel and head towards the house.
Okay. What time are we looking at here? Let's say you got there just after 1 o'clock, so just after lunch. So you walk into the house. Are you going straight to the audience hall, or what are you planning?
We'll head to see if we can get a private meeting with Latila, the mistress.
Okay. And a servant you haven't met before is waiting at the doors, welcomes you in. And when you request the audience, he gestures down the hall and says, "Follow me. The mistress is waiting." Leads you in, and again, thrown at the end of the room, you see her sitting more or less relaxed. Unlike last time, which was filled with people, it's just her and a couple bodyguards just standing a few feet on either side of her shoulders. She sees you approaching, and there's a little smile in her eyes, and she says, "Come in, come in."
All right, I'll approach, giving her clear distance, not to get too close. And I'll say, we accomplished our mission, but we seem to have either angered or displeased some sort of entity. Saved us and delayed us.
Delayed is an understatement. You've been gone for quite some time. Now, when you say you've accomplished your mission, what exactly do you believe that means?
Well, our goal was to embarrass House Ashkar, and we released their prize pet for the Witch King, for Malekith. And their prize pet rampaged through their secret base and ate everyone.
Oh, not everyone. Stories had to be told. Okay. I just want to make sure that the information we received is the same. Because what we were told is we do have eyes within the house, and a high-ranking member of the family was apparently ripped in half by a hydra. Does that sound familiar?
Yes, that is very truthful.
Yes, by an iron scale hydra.
Did you happen to catch the name of the mage that was killed?
Desaba.
Sava. Ah,
It was
good.
Visava.
It was
It's a
Basaba?
V.
Okay. I'll
Vasava.
change.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what he said? Okay.
Visava.
I said Disaba.
Oh, Disava.
That's what I heard the first
I heard,
time.
Yeah, no, Vasava with a V. Just laughs. It's like, I've wanted that son of a bitch dead for centuries. So I'm gonna take this as a win. Do you know what happened to the Hydra?
We do not. Like I said, when it started rampaging, everyone was on the biting end of the heads, and something saved us, and we realized we woke up weeks later. I think the Hydra escaped, but I have no proof.
So
It
you
was an
failed
Iron
forward.
Scale Hydra, my lady.
Oh, I knew what it was.
Well, if you hear news of it.
Did you? What about the Manticore? You didn't see the Manticore?
No, we encountered the Hydra, we released it, and that's when everything went to chaos.
And you didn't see the Umber Hulk either? Well,
I'll turn to Ezekiel and say Ezekiel saw some of the other creatures. Our original plan was to poison the Hydra, and yes, and then it got released.
and then it went sideways. It's a good way to put it, I think.
Yes,
Because just some of the details you're telling me match with what I've been told, and whatever this entity is that saved you, I think you owe them a debt of gratitude.
I agree.
Because the word I received is that you all died.
Yeah, we'd like people to think that.
Okay, well, what you've done has definitely had an effect. I did say I want them embarrassed, and you have absolutely accomplished that. So I believe you were looking for information?
Information and a ride to Nagarond.
Okay, well, let's start with the information. What would you like to know?
We are looking for houses of Slanesh. Slanesh, right?
Mhm.
That have taken root in Dark Elf society, and it's starting to actually affect the rest of the world as well.
Okay. And why do you want to go to Nagarond?
We assumed that they would be there, the center of power, but we're really operating blind here.
You're right and you're wrong. They are the center of power, and they're not hidden. They're not in Nagarond. Actually, I'll bring you guys over to this screen here so you can see. So your expectation is that you're going to Nagarond, which is here. That's the seat of power for the Witch King, and where he rules over Nagaroth. That would be an intelligent place to go. But everyone knows where Slanesh has its hold, and you need to go further north. You want to go to Grond, because everyone in Nagaroth knows who leads the cult of Slanesh here.
And who's that?
The mother of the Witch King, Marathi. So you want to talk center of power? The Shenshare. How well do you know your history?
Let me throw some dice. Yep, let me do it for my character sheet.
Okay, so you have a pretty good understanding of the civil war that was fought between Malekith's followers and the elves of Ulthuan. You knew that there was essentially came down to Malekith was trying to claim the throne of the Phoenix King, and the nobles of Ulthuan were opposed to him because they didn't want the warlike nature of an Aryan son. And like you kind of explain your base of knowledge to Latila, and she just kind of nods along with you. Then once you're finished, she's like, "The one part you're missing there is that there's very few that know this, and if word gets to him that I've mentioned this, oh, we're all gonna die." Malekith is not the natural. Is not. He's not the legitimate son of an Aryan. Marathi was essentially taken, for lack of a better way to phrase it, out of wedlock. So the man who wields the most power in our land is a bastard, and if anyone ever called him that, even even the cult of Cain cannot imagine the level of pain that he would bring upon you. Essentially, what it boils down to is she was the cause of the sundering that splits elves into two nations.
Because of her worship of Slanesh or because of her indiscretions?
Yes.
Okay.
Part of the troubles came from the open worship of Slanesh, and she was effectively the lead of that, and that never stopped. Now, you're unfamiliar with how things work in our world. Ostensibly, the cult of Cain has the power and is what Dark Elves worship. Cult of Slanesh is forbidden in the sense that no one openly admits to participating, but what keeps Malekith in power is the divisiveness of our nature. So you might not openly worship, but he's not going to raise a hand if the two cults rip each other's throats out.
So, for our purposes, it would be best to get the cult Cain to go after the cult of Slanesh.
Maybe not to the extent of getting them to do it for you, but
Just pin the blame on them.
I was actually going to say, see if you can get their assistance.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh.
was thinking.
Okay. Well,
Because if there is anyone that would love to see Marathi brought low, it would be Helbron.
Hellbrand is in this one too?
I think I spelled
Oh.
that name right.
Helebron being the lead of the cult of Cain.
Yes, yeah. And she calls Harganeth home. Now, something to be aware of if you do plan to go to Harganeth is it is a city unlike any other here. Because take Clarkron, for instance. If you were to walk down the street and steal something, if you could justify it, you can get away with it. You want to murder someone? Sure, you've got the nobility, you've got the right. Harganeth has laws so extreme that no one breaks the law there. There is no theft. There is no unsanctioned murder. If you violate any of their laws, They will bring you to the top of the Temple of Cain, and their executioners will remove your head with a single blow, and they are very good at their job.
Sounds like a place where I can't make any money.
If you're light-fingered, keep them to yourself.
Well, I don't know anybody like that, but
Do we have any contacts we can use the assistance of in Harganeth just to navigate these fucking laws? If there's so many of them.
That's a city we don't have a foothold in.
Oh, brother.
If you're going there, you are on your own.
Well, what about, do we have any contacts in the, where'd it go?
In Grand?
No, in the temple here, Clarkarand.
Oh, the temple here. We don't really associate. What is it you're looking to get from the temple here?
Just an introduction to Halibron, or setting us on the path, telling them what we want, the assistance we're willing to provide, the assistance there. Just basically a foot into the door to Harganeth somehow. And since the temple's down the street a little bit, I was wondering if you knew anyone there.
We don't have any particular contacts there. You're welcome to try, see if they are willing to help. At the same time, they are as likely to rip your throat out as they are to smile and give you what you want.
Even if we're going against the cult of Slanesh, we make that clearly known.
I don't have an answer for you.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions?
Just one. What the fuck are we supposed to do? Are we gonna kill the king's mother? Oh boy.
Would Malekith be very angry at us if we killed her? Or through our actions got her killed?
I don't know. But if you take into account that, how can I even phrase this? He ripped our people in two partially because of how she was treated.
So that's a yes. So that's a very big yes. Okay.
You could say he's got a very close relationship with his mother.
so what if we go to Harganeth, find a job there to ingratiate ourselves to somebody, and use that to get an audience with Helibron to then do a job for them or something in order to get their trust and assistance in dealing with this.
That could all potentially work. Or you wind up as another head rolling down the stairs.
I think that's the best plan so far. Least amount of people who want to murder us between us and our goal.
Anyone else got something they want to talk about? No? Okay. So then, sounds like you guys want to set sail for Harganeth and try your luck in probably the most dangerous city in Nagaroth.
That's what they say about all the fucking cities. Fucking. I hate this country.
No. They say that all the cities are dangerous. This is the most dangerous.
Why is it the most dangerous if it has laws? How many laws does it have?
Do you go to find out the hard way?
No, I asked somebody. God.
So,
How strict are we talking?
there's one penalty?
Yeah, but-
For everything, death. Yeah, no, we got that part.
Okay.
yeah, I can keep my sticky fingers to myself for a while.
What's
Are
legal
there
there?
any arbitrary laws?
So yeah, any
That
stupid
we need to know
customs we
about.
should know?
Like you can't step on a crack in the stone and we're all gonna die. Is it that bad? Or is it like just don't steal and don't kill somebody?
I wouldn't say it's that bad, but honestly, I have no idea. I've never been. I have no intention of going. I like my head on my shoulders.
Right. Thank you. Is there a tour guide? Can we get a fucking tour guide to Hargana? Is there a tour company? Who do we call?
Ghostbusters!
Just dial up 1-800-BLACK-FLEET.
Black Fleet.
Okay. Hello?
I pull out my D&D cell phone and I dial 1-800 Blackfeet.
All right, I guess we should head out.
Okay. You're welcome to take the ship that you came in on. They have no pressing business. They do need to resupply, so it'll be several days before they're able to take you.
Okay.
In that time, you're welcome to stay at the house, or you can go experience the city if you want. It's entirely up to you.
All right, and then once that's set, I'll ask Latila if there's anything she wants from me or my father.
From you or your father?
Yes.
A macaroni card that says I love you.
Baby photos for the family album.
I'm just thinking of the South Park episode where they're talking to Moses. I want macaroni pictures. Nothing comes to mind. He's doing an adequate job where he is, making sure that we've got our supply lines to the Empire, and we've got our eyes in the court, and we keep our assassins busy. As for you, I think you've done enough for me recently, actually.
You know, if you
Quite happy with how that turned out.
if you felt so gracious as to provide 3 million or 4 million gold, I could start up the old family business and act as another avenue of trade with the Empire.
3 million to 4 million gold?
Yeah.
Do you want to even think of what you need to do for me to earn a payment of that size?
Well, I didn't know, maybe you really didn't like this Basava guy. Consider it an investment into a business partnership.
For me to consider investing, I need to make sure that it's going to last more than a century. And I'm fairly certain you won't.
Not with that attitude, I ain't.
sorry, humans have a tendency to die. Either through being frail or their own stupidity.
It'll be the latter for me, probably.
I had a feeling.
I lean into Cardinal. Worth a shot.
I like this lady.
I will say, Ezekiel has ties in Altdorf. So it might be worth it to have a contact, a paid contact, a spy, a traitor there. Traitor with a D. So.
Do you think we don't already?
Well, you can always add more cards to the hand, right? You can only play the hand you have. Why not line your sleeve with a few extra?
I think she heard your offer the first time, buddy. It's just, it ain't gonna happen.
Trying to find something that's being difficult for me.
Oh my god, how are we gonna assassinate the king's mama?
We're
If
not
he's the
going
mama's
to.
boy.
Easy. Look,
We're
see,
not.
these two hands right here?
I wouldn't trust your two hands to hold a cup of water, okay?
Okay,
What
then I
else
got
do
a
we-
third hand, and I cast Mage Hand. It starts floating around.
No, I think if we initiate a conflict between Harganeth and Grond, we'd need to go out of our way to make sure.
Hey, do we still have that ritual dagger?
Yes.
We kill the queen with it, or make sure it's at least coated in her blood when she's found dead. Get
You're
the fuck
going
out
to
of
the
there.
second part where she dies. You forgot how she dies. How
What
the
the-
fuck?
The best plan is the one you make up as you go.
No, I don't think she should die at all. I think we should beat them, capture her, or somehow affect her being captured so she doesn't die, and then deliver her to the king.
The king who holds power because the nation is divided, that
Well,
killed a bunch of people that tried to hurt his mom?
And turns a blind eye to all of her
All the
dealings.
shit she does? That's not gonna work.
Well, if he doesn't want her to worship Slanesh, that doesn't mean he wants her dead. If we do,
I don't think
Nobody
he cares if she worships Slanesh.
nobody said whether he cares about the Slanesh worship or not.
We don't know him that well.
I think we should do our best to keep her alive. And if we win, deliver her to Nagarond.
To
My
who?
question is, our
To
goal
him.
is to break Slanesh's influence. The politics part is not our concern.
True. But
Yeah, I think you're skirting over the fact that the last people that did anything to his mom were all killed.
yes,
So
that's why I said
kidnapping
we
her,
shouldn't kill her.
but that's what I'm saying is taking her and imprisoning her is just going to piss him off all the same. He's already proven
Not if
that.
we're giving her to him. That's what I'm saying.
Nobody said that he doesn't support her worship of Slanesh. That's the point we're all trying to make. That you're keep skipping past. You're assuming that he doesn't, or that he cares that she worships Slanesh when your grandma just told us he doesn't.
Like, he's turned a blind eye to her activities for 4,000 to 5,000 years.
Oh, fuck. 1,000? Shit in my life. Okay.
Like, that would be like kidnapping someone's dog, being on video camera, and then showing back up with the dog and expecting a reward.
To put it into a better context, it would be like kidnapping John Wick's dog
Yeah.
and bringing it back and be like, "Here, I found your dog." That's not going to end well.
Well, then there's only the only other option is we defeat them. We just leave her.
She's the head of the cult. She's got to die for our goals.
Or maybe it's not the head of the cult that has the main source of power. It might be some artifact or something in the temple. Was that not one of the things that we asked the lore masters?
Well, I was
feel
gonna
like
have
it was.
when we were on the boat. I was gonna have you send a message or two to the lore master.
I don't think they know shit either. Nobody does.
Well, we assumed it would be a bunch of secret worshippers somewhere. We'd raid their temple, kill them, and then leave. And then everyone would be happy. Hey, you got the bad guys.
I think the best plan would be rub shoulders with these cane fuckers, use them as a way to get into Grand quietly, and then see what the hell the situation is. Do we have to kill the woman, or just break an artifact, or steal an artifact, or just fight the Avatar of Slanesh, or whatever the fuck we have?
Yeah, that's a good plan. Fine. Would Harganath know if they're powered? Well, it's the people that power Slanesh, not an artifact. And it's an entire city of worshippers.
But that's also my point about the queen, is she is the head of the cult of Slanesh, centered in Grand. So whatever happens, you need to take out the people that are most fervent in the worship of Slanesh, otherwise it just perpetuates.
Mr. DM, what makes most sense logically of this world that we definitely know a lot about?
You guys are on track.
Which part, you motherfucker?
It all makes sense.
Okay.
I will. The one thing I will add is when you were talking with the lore masters, he did mention that the temples are on weak points in the fabric of reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's. I do, if I remember correctly, I do believe it wasn't necessarily the people that need to be removed to weaken Celestial's hold on the world. There might be something else there that does the job for you.
We need to break the thing that's weakening the connection. Whatever the fuck that is.
That or we do something about the temple itself. or
I'm
whatever
really impressed that
artifact may be
Cardinal
doing it.
remembered that.
Thank you. I pay attention.
She also speaks English. Hey.
Hey.
All right, so I think that's our plan. Head to Harganath, make friends, ingratiate ourselves, don't steal. Find out if they have any arbitrary laws, like no kicking hedgehogs on a Tuesday.
Don't chew gum. It's like being back in Singapore all over again. Fuck my life.
Don't jaywalk. Okay.
And then find out if they know the center of the power, the artifact. And then somehow we go in, we all die, and Ezekiel's savior saves us again and kills him. Good plan?
Won't just
Sounds alright.
be me that suffers.
Yeah, well, we all died. Everybody has to come back as a new character.
Okay. So as you guys are getting ready to leave, the matron just raises a hand, has you stop for a second, and Tobias, you're a little surprised that she gets up and starts walking towards you, and she stops within a foot to foot and a half in front of you, reaches out, grabs you by the chin, just turns your head to the side, and it looks like she's looking at the side of your neck. Just goes, huh. I didn't see that before. Is that new?
And I'll say I have no idea what you're talking about. Do I have a mark from the battle? What is it?
So she takes your hand and places it right on the side of your neck, and you do remember, like, the last hit you took, the blade sunk into your neck right above your collarbone, and you feel what you feel is scars, but it's not scars from a sword. There's 6 lines that you feel weaving through each other.
6 lines. Also, I have no idea what this is.
I take a peek and try to catch a look at what the lines look like.
Roll perception for me.
Gosh darn it.
Caligar will very quickly try to remember the last thing that took him down. I think it was the second sculpt explosion. Yeah, that's what did it.
Okay.
So I just got hit by in general.
And when it hit you and brought you down, you do remember that you had a sharp pain in your side, just underneath your arm. And
Which arm? My left or my right?
which one's your real arm?
Left.
That one.
Okay.
And yeah, just out of curiosity, you kind of like slide a hand underneath. You feel scars there as well that feels like 6 lines that are intertwining with each other. And Mater kind of looks over at Cardinal, walks over, just puts a finger out to your collar, pulls it down, and again, that last sharp pain you remember before falling unconscious, right in that area, you've got a very similar mark.
What the fuck does it look like? Oh, brother.
I like the title. The Mark.
Do I know what this is?
Roll a religion for me.
Do I know what this is?
Roll a religion for me.
I'm going to roll one as well. I highly doubt I'm going to come up with anything. I lied.
I mean, I got a 24.
I got a 24 too, but with a nat 20.
Hey, I got a 20.
Tobias is the only one who doesn't know.
You're just really confused.
What the
Typical.
hell is this? What is it?
Get it off of me!
Ezekiel, you see it, and your face goes a bit pale, because you were intimately familiar with that mark. And Bertrand, Calgar, and Cardinal, you've seen it in passing. You know, you don't have a name for who bears that mark, but you do know that it is an archfey, who's often referred to as the Queen.
Bertrand gives Ezekiel a very glaring look. Slowly turns his head.
Oh, I don't feel so good, guys.
Bertrand
I think we
doesn't
had
have
some
anything,
bad
does he?
rations. I should probably go rest for a while and sleep this off.
What does Calgar say about Bertrand?
Bertrand doesn't have anything. Doesn't have the marks, does he? Because he flew away. He wasn't dead.
Is Bertrand checking himself out?
He
Always.
has to dig through his feathers to see.
Roll an investigation for me.
Nope, I'm fine.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
Tobias, could you please look over to see if you could find anything on me? I have a sinking sensation.
Can I
Aren't you
roll
wearing armor? You know, disrobe right here in the hall?
I mean, no?
That's crazy. I've never seen that before.
All right, I'm gonna thank Latila. And say we'll wait for the few days for the ship to get supplied.
Are you serious? Fine.
Yeah.
I was doing it in just like a you silly goose. But there you go. Non-lethal damage, obviously.
Oh no. I think Bertrand would have done lethal.
What's your strength modifier?
Strength. Oh god. +1.
Okay. So yeah, you smack him upside the head, and you went a bit harder than you thought. There's a very loud smack, like it almost echoes through the room, and yeah, Ezekiel takes 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
I don't
Good
think I
enough for me.
deserved that.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are going to wait for the supplies. And yeah, like I said, it's gonna take you a couple days to get for the ship to head out.
Well, in the meantime, I'll help Cardinal see if we can find a book on the laws of Harganeth, just so we're not caught surprised by the weird stuff.
Please have Dummy's Guide to Harganeth or Tourists' First Time in Harganeth, anything.
Well, Attila gestures to the door off to your left and says, "You're welcome to explore the library."
All right, I'll follow Cardinal to the library.
I really like your grandmother. I am going straight to that library.
As I look up to see what they have for laws.
Well, we just need to know if it's something weird, like don't wear red on Thursdays, you know?
Only wear pink on Wednesdays, obviously.
You can only wear sweatpants 1 day a week.
Yeah.
You've already done it 3 times this week. I hate that I know that.
Okay, so I want you to roll investigation, either the both of you or one with advantage, just to see what you're able to find inside the library.
You roll with advantage.
Alrighty. 15?
Okay. So you're going through, and this is an extensive library. Like if you're to compare it to the one that you found, that you visited in the Empire, say probably about half the size, which itself is rather surprising. But after about, say, 2 hours of searching, you do find a book that is more about the history of the great cities, and you're flipping through, you do find the section on Harganeth, and what you are reading is that, where is it here? So Harganeth is one of the later cities that was founded by the Dark Elves. Comparatively, if you consider based off of when Nagron was founded, it was about 500 to 600 years later that they founded Harganeth, and it became the seat of power for the cult of Cain. And shortly after its establishment, Malekith named himself as the mortal avatar of Cain, and part of his machinations was to bring them under his control, was to give them free reign of the city. And shortly after that proclamation was given, there was a madness that overtook the city, and one of the founders discovered the Vermilion Gate, which is believed to be the direct portal to the domain of the Lord of Murder. And since that was discovered, the populace has been stricken with a thirst of blood and flesh that has never been quenched. To deal with that, they've brought in the strictest laws. And comparing Dark Elf laws to civilized places in the eastern part of the world, really what it comes down to is murder, thievery, and public debauchery are considered crimes, and there's one penalty: death. You don't have to worry about, are you jaywalking at the wrong streets? Did you step on the wrong crack? It's not what they're looking for. It's more about keeping the bloodlust of the city under control.
Okay, this makes sense.
Got it.
I think I'd like to go into the library as well, just not with them specifically, but I'm gonna be looking for anything that might reference the weakening of the realms, or that specific place that the planes are closer together, what have you.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Okay. I forgot to add a D4 to that. 15.
Got a 15 on a 1.
Investigation's like my best thing.
Yeah, so what you're able to find, there's not a lot of information available here. Pretty much just confirms what you've been told, is that there are areas throughout the world that, for each of the gods, where the veil between the material and the realm of chaos is weaker, and the forces of chaos and the influence is able to come through and spread throughout the world. You know that there's one for each of the gods, and the information that's contained in the book doesn't really tell you much beyond that.
Yeah, it's more of just a general thing, not a specific random tidbit.
Yeah. There's places you need to go. Where those are, nobody knows. As in, you've got like the vortex at the center of Vault 1 is like the drain, effectively, of the winds of magic. But beyond that, not a whole lot of information.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to go over?
I'm good.
I point at the Vermilion Gate part of the text and say, see, it might not be a person. It might just be a place or a door.
Good thought. Good thought.
So, I'm going to be honest. I had no idea which way things were going to go from here. So, if you guys are cool with it, I'm good with calling tonight.
Sure.
And then that gives me time to figure out the fuck's going to happen.
Party wipe again, and we get saved.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seems like the next
That-
destination is this Harganeth.
Yeah, that didn't seem like the general vibe from last time. If you fail again, your souls are mine. I don't think getting saved was really in there.
You know?
Well, from my perspective, the moment I knew that fight was happening, I wasn't gonna get you guys killed. I'm not ready to nuke this campaign just yet. But yeah, everybody gets one.
Yeah, I've like I said, I've been working on a backup character, and
I've been working on a backup story. What happens if you guys all die? So that's not something I thought I had to plan just yet.
The world dies.
everything just gets one step closer to the end of the world.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, the good news is you're all alive. You all still have your souls. So,
What we think.
Yeah. So yeah. So I get to spend this week planning out your daring adventures through the city of murder, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Right.
It's gonna be something.
Yep.
and we're all gonna be just fine.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, with that being said, I think we should call it a night here. And yeah, we'll reconvene next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Thank you for
Same
showing up.
batshit
everybody.
craziness.
Till next week.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.